afternoon, TK. Welcome to today's religion class. So, for the objective of this week's lessons, we are going to be focusing on the three members of the Holy Family. Okay? And so when I say the word Holy Family, I want you guys to think about who is the person that came down to earth, died on the cross, and saved us. He was the Holy Son. Okay? And that person's name is Jesus, right? Jesus is God, or the Son of God. And Jesus was sent down to earth to spread the word of God and to die on a cross and save all of us, right? So most of us have already been able to identify that we know who Jesus is, right? So Jesus is going to be the first person that we list as the first person in the Holy Family, okay? So I want you to know there's three main people that you need to know and identify as the members of the Holy Family. So the first person I'm going to write is Jesus, okay? And we spell his name J-U-S-U-S, Jesus, or in Spanish we can also say Jesus, right? And so just like all of us, Jesus has a mom and a dad, okay? And who can tell me who Jesus's mommy was? That's right, Mary, okay? Now, if you think back about the story of Angel Gabriel, when we were talking about angels, you know that Angel Gabriel, he brought a message from heaven, from God, down to Mary, right? And he appeared to her, and he said, Mary, you have been chosen to be the mother of God, right? You have been chosen to be the mother of this son, this this man that is going to have a very important purpose. And she said yes, right? She didn't have to say yes. She was very scared. She said, but how am I going to be a mother? I'm not even, I'm not married. But she was preparing to marry, to be with Jesus, Jesus's father. And so she said yes to God. She said, yes, I trust in you. I trust what my mission is. And yes, I will be the mother of God's son, okay, named Jesus. So his mom, Jesus's mom, was Mary, right? Just like all of us have a mom. Jesus had a mom also, and his mom was Mary, okay? So we have one. We can say Mary is the first person. Jesus is the second family member. And we have a third family member, right? So Jesus couldn't be born without a mom and a dad. So he also had a father, and his father's name was Joseph, okay? Now, we learned all about Mary and Joseph when we were talking about the birth of Jesus back in December, but you might not remember because we didn't really focus on Joseph as much. But Jesus' father was Joseph, okay? His name was Joseph, and now we refer to him as Saint Joseph. So the three members of the Holy Family are Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, okay? Now I'm going to show you guys a couple of pictures that portray the family, the Holy Family. We're going to see Mary, Jesus, and Joseph all together. We're going to see a picture from when Jesus was first born, and then we're going to look at someone he was a little bit bigger. So let me turn on the screen so that you guys can see what I am talking about. Here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these names just so that we could see the pictures a little bit better. And here we have the first picture of the Holy Family. Okay, and this was a picture when they were just a new family, right? And we know that because Jesus was just born here. He's a very small baby. He is laying on a bed of straw, which probably means this is when they were in the manger in Bethlehem when he was born. Do you remember he was born in a manger with all of the animals? So here is a picture of Mary. She, usually wears the traditional cloth over her head. She's holding baby Jesus. And here is Jesus's father, Joseph, okay? And they are looking at their new baby in excitement because they are new parents to the Son of God. How special is that? Okay, so let me show you the next picture. Okay, this is another picture. Let me just zoom in a little bit more. Okay, good. So here we see Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Okay, Jesus is a little bit more grown here. You see he's not as much of a baby anymore. He's already standing. He's got longer hair. And up here, we see all of these beautiful angels that constantly watched over Jesus and the Holy Family. But again, here is, we see Mary and Joseph and Jesus drawn in a lot of different ways. But this is a lot more of a soft picture where this is, Mary, she's dressed more in like normal clothing. It looks like she's like in a dress. We have baby Jesus here, and then we see his dad, Joseph, once more. Okay, let's look at another image. This is more of a traditional photo. And we see once again, Jesus has grown a little bit more. Here he probably looks about like maybe like 4 or 5 years old. And then we see Mary, his mom, who's always by his side. And once again, we see Saint Joseph, or Joseph, which was his father's name. Okay, so for today, I just wanted you guys to take that with you. I want you to know that the first person of the Holy Family is Jesus. Okay, the second person, I'm going to put number 2 there, is Mary. And the third person is his dad, and his dad's name is Joseph. Okay, so the 3 people of the Holy Family are Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. You should be able to identify those 3 people by next year when you go into kindergarten, okay? And we've been talking about all of these people all year, so hopefully it's a little bit easy for you guys to kind of chunk together that information. So when I say like who are the members of the Holy Family, you guys should automatically think, oh, it's Jesus and his mom and dad, Mary and Joseph, okay? So thanks so much for tuning into today's lesson. I'm glad that you guys were able to see some of these beautiful visuals of what Jesus, Mary, and Joseph looked like as a family. And just remember that they are the Holy Family. They are the most important family, the chosen family of God, to carry out this, wonderful mission and work of God. So I will see you guys next week in our lecture. I miss you all so much. Have a great day. Bye, TK.